But I'm also known as Ndanduleni. I've got 5 grandchildren.
Wow. Yeah, that is the exciting part. That is definitely the exciting part.
Yes, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Good day and welcome to another session of Women in Leadership with V. Women in Leadership with V is brought to you by Diversity SA. Diversity SA is a management consulting company in diversity, equity, and inclusion. And for this episode, I'm super excited because it's not every day where you get to sit with someone that you've looked up to your whole life. So today I'm sitting with Ndanduleni Makhari. Ndandu, to start off, who is Ndanduleni Makhari?
Thank you, Sister V, for this opportunity. Ndanduleni Makhari was born in Venda, in a place called Mirwani. It's also well known by Sibasa. So I will just start from my professional career, which spent over 38 years now. I've worked in different institutions, starting from 1986 to date. Just for your information, I've never worked for private sector. I've been working in government. So I've done all spheres of government, Office of the Auditor General, the old TBVC states, and then I moved to local government where I was the CF of different municipalities. And then currently I'm working for a department and national government. And just to add in terms of who I am, I have also sit in different committees. For an example, I've been a member of the Vembetivet College where I sit there as a council member. I'm currently sitting at the University of Venda Council as the deputy chairperson. I sit in their audit committee, I sit in their appeals committee, and I also sit in the on their ESCO.
Okay.
But I'm also known as Ndanduleni. I've got 5 grandchildren.
Wow. Yeah, that is the exciting part. That is definitely the exciting part.
Yes, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. I think today I just feel like we're going to have the wealth of experience of the 38 years. That's a long time. And throughout the years, you've worked in the financial services sector, in the various government departments. What would you say is the biggest mistake, if you can just give women advice? What is the biggest mistake that women make with their money?
The biggest problem started when we are young. I will encourage parents to start with a woman child, girl child from the beginning. Let's teach our children about money. I think there is this thing which we don't talk about money with our children. We tend to say they will see to eat for themselves. So we need to teach them how to use the money. So the very first mistake which we do, especially when we start working as women, we start by investing on wrong things. So from day one when you start working, make sure that you put your money in the right direction. Invest, engage with the people who know.
Buy the car.
No. You can buy the car, but you can't start when you start from the beginning and go for a very expensive car. Be patient with yourself. You must start low, buy a small car, and then because you need a transport, you need to start somewhere. But buy a small car while we are also investing in properties or any other places where you think it will be better for you to invest. As women, we must stop shopping around. We must look nice, we must be presentable. But does it mean that for you to be presentable, you must go for expensive things? And I think these days the problem is that girls are being influenced by the other people. So don't also look at other people. You must also only look at what you want and look at those who are role models for you who are doing things better. Look around. Surely in where you are staying, you'll find that there are people who you have been looking at them and then you know that I think I can learn a lot from that person.
No, that is true. That is very true. I never looked at it in that way because most of the time we invest in expensive wigs, in this expensive clothes, the label, but we never have enough money. So it's good to look at it from that perspective. So in terms of you working in the different spheres of government, what are the common things that you've learned while working there?
I think day one, especially when you become a leader of different institutions, like I said that I was a CFO. One thing which I've learned is that it should not be difficult for you to say no on things which you don't believe in.
Wow.
It should not be difficult, because that will take you a long way. If you don't believe on something or you don't agree on something, disagree with it irrespective on how people will look at you. Okay. They may penalize you the way they want to penalize you, but I'm telling you, it will take you a long way. Also, I believe that if I'm working, I need to respect everyone. So respect for me goes a long way. You respect from the cleaner, where mostly people ignore the cleaners. For me, it's my starting point, because those are the people who look after the offices, they look after you. And sometimes they are the one who will tell you about things which are happening in the institution which you don't know.
That's true, that's true. Because we want to get there and we want people to feel, do you know who I am? And we forget the person maybe who's taking care of your health.
Exactly,
your bathrooms and
exactly,
your tea.
exactly.
Yes, definitely.
And relationships.
Yes.
Create relationships. You know, if you create relationship with so many people, and that should be the good relationship. I'm not talking about each and every, a very good relationship which will help you to grow. Even if you are in the wrong, people will defend you. People will say, not Ndanduleni.
Yeah, we know.
You know, we know her. You know, I can give you an example of where sometime I went for an interview after I've went a lot of hardship in my life, because working in 38 years, it does not mean I didn't go through a lot of things. So I was invited for an interview. And after the interview, this guy, I heard about him, and he was the member of the panel. And he said to me, finally, I've met you. I've heard about you. I didn't know about you, but I've heard good things about you.
Wow.
You know, and when I left, I was like, does it mean I got the job?
Yeah, I think it's good to be known for the right things.
Exactly,
not
exactly.
The wrong things.
Yes, yes. So, and working very hard helps. Yes, if you, I normally say to people, if people give you a lot of work, don't say no. You know, and I've learned it from my mom. You know, when you grow up and you say you are tired, she'll just give you a clap. She will tell you that a woman must never say tired. You are tired. You must never say you are tired. So that have helped me when I grow up to say you need to work hard. So I've never said when somebody is giving me extra responsibility and go and look at my job description and say, no, no, this is not for me.
I can't do.
No, I've been taking work which does not belong to me. And I also say to people, when we work, don't work for your employer. Work for somebody to recognize you and see your hard work. Because those are the people when we are looking for other opportunities or they hear something about you, they will say, no, 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 there is this person who is a hard worker. And I can tell you, when I came to City of Tshwane, I was driving to Joburg, to another municipality. I got a call from somebody who I just met one day. And he have seen me in one meeting. And he says, City of Tshwane are looking for somebody. Are you not interested?
Wow.
You see? So it's where I'm saying respect
really
and relationship and working very hard helps.
No, that's really good help. So you started your career in the 80s. And in the 80s, most of the people will go to teaching and nursing. How did you end in the financial services sector?
For me to know about commercial subject was a mistake. You know, when I was doing standard 6, which is grade 8 now, somebody says to me, there is a school in Shandima. Remember I said I come from Sibasa. There is a school in Shandima called Kweba Commercial High School. Okay. There is typing. And I'm like, typing? You say you type? But then the person was saying to me, you can't be continuing selling vegetables. Go to that school so that you can learn typing, and then you maybe after grade 10 you can then get a secretarial job.
Okay.
So I then convinced my mom, because the problem was the transportation. It was a distance. I convinced my mom, and my mom says, no, I don't have a problem that you go to that school, but I won't give you money for transportation.
So?
Yes. So
how did you get there?
No, she says, I'll buy you fruits and vegetables for you to sell.
Oh.
And over the weekends, we'll make African alcohol. When you go to school, I'll sell it for you.
Oh my goodness! So
Yes.
you hustle.
I've been a hustler.
So hustle is not new. Oh, that's interesting.
Not at all. I grow up hustling.
No, now I can see
So
where
I
it's
did
coming
those
from.
things, and then she allows me to go to Kweba Commercial School, only to find that it's not only typing. You do accounting, you do business economics or economics, you choose which subject you did. So then I continued through that journey where I got so interested in accounting. And then luckily I didn't quit at grade 10. No. I continued until matric with my commercial subject. So it was really a mistake, not a choice, because I didn't know. I went there because I was interested in typing so that I can get a job earlier in my life, so that I can help my parents.
Yeah, but it's a choice that took you on a different path, which is good.
Yes.
Let's talk about your work with the University of Venda. What does that entail? What do you do there?
So to be in the council means that you are a governing body.
Okay.
So you oversee what the institution is doing, from all the angle, academic, their finances. Like I indicated that I also sit in the appeals committee.
Okay.
So that's what you do when you're in the council of the university. So my role there now is I'm the deputy chairperson of the council. So I basically assist the chairperson on the day-to-day activities which they do. So we sit on a quarterly basis, sometimes as and when it's required. But I've also been given the responsibility to sit in the audit committee.
Okay. Because of your financial
my financial background. So I sit in the audit committee. I'm not a lawyer by profession, but they gave me the opportunity to sit in the appeals committee. And I always joke with my colleagues, because most of them are lawyers, to say legal does not mean that I need to go and study legal. If you understand English and you listen, exactly. So I also sit in the appeals committee.
Okay.
Yes. So appeals committee is where either the students or the teachers have done some irregularities. So they go through the disciplinary process of the university, and then they appeal because they are not happy about the sanction which have been imposed to them.
Okay. Now that's interesting. So what advice would you give someone? Because sometimes young kids, they look at someone who's already there and they think it must have been easy. So what advice would you give to someone who wants to be where you are at the moment?
My advice is that you must be patient. I've seen so many people who complete their tertiary education, especially the chartered accountant. I'm not a chartered accountant, by the way. So especially the chartered accountant, when they started, they have already been told that they are going to earn a lot of money. So mostly the system will tempt them to start at a very high level. My advice is that you must climb the ladder. You must start from the beginning, because when you start from the beginning, you will also learn a lot. You can't move from today with your qualification and you say you want to be a CFO. You have got the theoretical knowledge, but you still need the skills, your leadership skills. Leadership skills comes through experience sometimes, so that you can understand certain things, you can be able to know how to deal with your team and how to also deal with your leaders. If you don't know, then you're going to collapse. So when you look at the people, you must not just look at them because they are already there. Go and find out how they managed to be there. Some of the stories which we can tell you, you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked to say, did she really went through that? You see? Yeah, so my advice is that take your time. Don't be pressurized by your peer group. As much as you want to be fast, it's not easy.
Okay.
Yes, I indicated that I've been working for the past 38 years. I'm already tired now. But I'm still moving. But that 38 years, I started as a clerk, earning 80 rand, by the way, when I started working.
Oh, wow.
It was, if you recall, there was a drought scheme. I was...
I remember those programs, yes.
So I never went to the university full time, by the way. So I've been studying, working, and then it's where I started with 80 rand until I get a permanent job. And I've been moving through the ranks.
Wow.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Because now, young people especially, they think of money, like they finish school, they go to varsity, they get the CA qualification, and they think, I'm going to be a millionaire in a year or in 2 years. So they try to figure out their career in that way. What is it that they need to do maybe to get there to the million, but not maybe in a year?
Like I said, you need to be patient. That money will come. And I always say to people, for you to have something, it does not mean that you must be earning $1 million. I indicated that I started with 80 rand in 1986. It was not a lot of money when I compared to where people who are like me with their qualification, even better, I was even better, where. But that little money, I can tell you, I managed to do a lot of things. So it's not also about how much you get. It's the little you get, which you can invest. Your previous question, invest. If you are earning 3,000 today, I said if you can invest 1,000 and still use your 2,000. So you need to be patient, number one.
But the lifestyle.
That's the problem. Maybe it's because I'm old. I don't do Instagram. I don't do Instagram. I don't do Facebook because mostly it's fake. What you read mostly is fake.
And you want to be there.
Yes, you want to be there. So a month on the 31st of December, somebody posted something, and I went back and said, "Are you serious? Have you been going through what you are telling me, writing in here?" And she says, "Yes. But you have been posting beautiful pictures. You have been posting something which now when I read it on your status, I was like, wow, what a life." And this person is writing that I was going through depression.
Oh my goodness.
But what people have been saying,
it's good things.
Posting roses, I've been bags, expensive bags.
Oh my goodness.
And this person is telling me that they've been going through depression. So I said, "Neighbor, are you sure what you have written there, or we are writing about somebody?" And she says, "I'm writing about me. That is what I've been going through."
Yeah, I think that's the challenge with social media. We don't usually talk about looks, but I have seen that you have kept a consistent look. What inspires this look? Sorry to ask the question.
No, these days I tell people that it's cheap.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, remember we're talking about women in leadership, we're talking about money. So how do you save, ne? My look is very cheap.
Okay.
By the way, even the makeup I was complaining.
So it's cheap scope.
Yes.
And no weaves, no nothing.
I just decided in 2006 when I was coming to start working here in Pretoria. So I went to the salon and I said, "Please take out my hair." And then I never stopped from 2006. So whoever have encountered me this side, they don't know Ndanduleni with hair. They know Ndanduleni who is like this. But also I love my gym. So it's easy to get into the sauna and the steam. And when you exercise, when you are sweating, it's not like when you have got your week. Yeah, but I think what is most important, when you can't afford it, why don't you have to do things which are very expensive? So it also starts by accepting yourself. Accept yourself as a person. Yes. Although it was not about saving, but I've learned since I started doing it that, instead of me spending 1,000 a month, I can direct my 1,000 rand to something else.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't even go to the salon for my haircut. I do it myself.
Oh, goodness.
Yes.
Yeah, that's interesting. I remember for the longest time you had this look.
Yes.
Always this look. So I'm impressed. Maybe let's go to the lessons. At least now I'm talking to someone who has lived, who has seen it all. What are the 2 lessons that you've learned from life that you can share with us?
Sure. 58 years of life. To be 58 soon. So I've learned 2 things. If you love yourself, it's easy to love another person, whoever you meet. Because it starts from loving yourself so that I can love you. If I don't love myself, I don't respect myself, I will not love you. Ne?
Definitely.
So I will always be jealous on you if I don't love myself. So for me, that's the biggest lesson. And that is the lesson which I tell my kids that please love yourself first. Then you can be able to love. I've got boys, to love the women you meet, to love the women you are with in your life. If you don't love yourself, it becomes difficult. Jealousy comes in. The second lesson is that nothing comes from air. You need to work hard for it.
Okay.
Nothing. The people we are seeing, business people, whether they are getting their money through whichever way, but they're working hard for it. You can't just think or you will work hard if you are a late sleeper. Ne? Continue that way. Working. If you are an early person, do that.
Okay.
Yeah, so hard work pays.
That's interesting,
Yeah.
because most of the time, especially with social media, we think that things just happen. Like you wake up and it's there.
No.
It's, you're rich, you've got this, you've got that. And we never see the work in the background. So that's quite valuable.
So like now, Sis V, like I indicated, you start low. You know, when I was a CFO, I drove, you know, those old 323 cars, the Master 323? Yes, I drove something like that when I was a CFO. And people didn't understand why am I doing that. And I told them, I can't go and buy an expensive car while I don't have a house.
Okay.
So for me, the priority was the house, so that my kids can stay in a beautiful house. And then from there, I went and bought a car.
Okay.
And in the middle of that, I was doing a lot of investment.
Okay.
Yeah, now I'm reaping the benefits. The job I'm doing now, versus what I was doing, I'm not earning even half of what I used to earn. But because I've never been reckless with anything, I've been working hard. So you work hard, people recognize you. People knows you. People make reference about you.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
that's
what
good
does that
advice.
do? It means that even when we are on your lowest, somebody will come and say, there is Sis V there.
Wow.
And also, you know, people kill themselves by, what do I call, love of things. I talk about loving yourself, but also loving things. That kills people. Because if you understand where you come from, ne, it will help you to say, pride, that's the word, pride. Pride kills people. Yes. So if you don't have pride, ne, you can't choose.
Okay.
So I tell people, you can put me wherever you want to put me. If I lose my job today, and you say I come and clean this house, I'll come and clean the house.
Okay.
Yes.
So most of it is pride that stops us maybe from starting from the bottom, and also stops us maybe from downgrading when we are in trouble. So we want to keep with the job.
For an example, I've been fired once in my life. I've been fired from the job, and I'm still working. Why? I never stop working. No, because people will be calling me, come and help us, come and help us with this. Yeah, and I've never said in the process, you know, why are you giving me 2 rand? I didn't have 2 rand, Sis V. Yes.
So
when I was going through the process of my dismissal, when I was in the sauna, somebody says to me, when I was sharing my problems, there is somebody who does text. I'm a text practitioner, but I didn't know how to do it because I was working. I never get bothered
about doing the text.
I worked for that guy for 3 months.
Wow.
3 months.
Okay.
And that person gave me 1,600. And people, when I share my story, they say, why did you accept? If I didn't accept, I would not have understood what I wanted. There was something which I wanted.
That's true.
I wanted
That's
to
true.
know how to do somebody's text through the e-filing. I wanted to understand what do you do when you go to SARS offices. That is what my intention.
Wow.
Not money. So
That
the
is
problem
profound.
is that people don't want to downgrade and they don't accept where they are at any given point. Yes. You can't be when you don't have anything except to get what we're getting. It's not practical.
Goodness, that is profound. And there you have it. Ndanduleni, I don't even know how to sum up the lessons that we've learned today about hard work, about money. Thank you so much for sharing your story. Is there anything else that you want to share?
We can talk the whole day.
Definitely, we can talk the whole day. Actually, we're going to bring you on other sessions just to talk about money. I'm interested in money because I really want to have the money. I want to figure it out. So there you have it. That was our session with Ndanduleni Makhari on women in leadership with V. And Women in Leadership with V was brought to you by Diversity SA. Diversity SA is a management consulting company in diversity, equity, and inclusion. Thank you so much. Bye.